Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you for joining me. And if you are new to the channel, hello, my name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine feminine on the path of ascension. Coming to you straight from the spirit chair, and always so glad to be here. Thank you, all of my subscribers. I see each and every one of you. I really do appreciate you connecting with me. I appreciate all of your efforts on your own journeys. It's been a blessing being here on YouTube. So let's talk about what's coming up, especially coming up in the Twin Flame Collective, Ascension Collective. Now, this video really could be for anybody right now. Anyone who is feeling stuck in their life and they're looking to go deeper with their healing. But I have noticed that this is coming up pretty strongly within the Twin Flame Ascension Collective. Remember, it's all about ascending and taking on more light, right? Lightening that load, taking more light. And it really, I have to say, you know, these Mercury Retrograde periods, we're already in the shadow period, right? They're hard, but they really do get us to go in deeper, go back, go in deeper, and really heal some deeper layers coming up to the surface so that we can step into our power, we can align more with who we are. And what's been coming up is a lot of us are going to be really revisiting ways in which we limit ourselves, ways in which we sabotage ourselves. Fears where we are feeling things change within us. We know that change is here. We know that that's going to mean for many people very big decisions. And a lot of times it's very difficult to make those decisions. Most times it is, right? And then so we have this on the table, and that's when a lot of people come to me for readings. So as a medium, as a channeler, doing these one-on-one readings, people will say, I feel like I'm just can't go anywhere. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm confused. I feel like I am completely lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to think. And all the time when people come to me for those readings, what their angels will say, what their team will say, is that there's more to understand. There's more to go through. Is that pause there to get you to go in deep, to recoil back within yourself, and to understand ways in which you are sabotaging the self. And so much of it has to do with the way that we think, the way that we perceive ourselves, others, life. And how has that been not providing that true happiness, that life that you really do desire, opening up more opportunities, being able to manifest at a higher level? How has that prevented that from happening? So it's going to be a really important time to ask yourself, are you truly happy? Are you truly feeling fulfilled and satisfied with your life, with the work that you do? Do you love the work that you do? Do you have really meaningful relationships? Do you first and foremost have that meaningful and gentle and compassionate relationship with yourself? And if not, why? So these deep questions will be coming up. You know, the 3D, the 3D, right? 3D worlds, right? The Matrix. It's all about limitation. It's all about control, right? We're seeing so much of the 3D ego playing out on the world scale and just the things that are going on in the world. And I know a lot of people are struggling mentally and emotionally with this. This is not going to be a video getting into that end of it, but I know that when something so significant happens in our lives, especially something like what we're going through in the world, it really gets us to ask the bigger questions in our lives, right? Who are we really? What do we really want? What is really available to me? What can I do to make a difference? And then there's that question, is this even possible? Can I even do this? Right? There's that question. Do I have the skills? Am I good enough? Will I be able to? How will it be? How will I be able to? And then we have all these different questions that arise, right? So many of us have really taken on some pretty limiting programming, mental programming, pretty limiting stories, right? Stopping us from really opening the door wide up, or I'll say doors wide up, so that way we can allow our manifestations to come in. We can allow for this desired reality to finally come into fruition. But the blocking stories, we're definitely going to be visiting those. So many people, often think to themselves, "I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough. There's always somebody better. There's always someone to take my place. There's always someone who's just luckier than I am," right? We get into this monkey mind sort of perception, and we really are just dimming our light significantly and dumbing down our power. We're not aligned with our power. So if any of you are actually getting some stomach things going on, digestive issues or stomach cramps or anything of that nature, that's related to the solar plexus, right? The solar plexus is all about our will, our confidence, our drive. The truth is that there's nothing that you can't achieve. That's the real truth, and that you are worth it, that you do have so much value. But it's only you that can begin to understand that those thoughts are merely energy. And as we release those thoughts, we work through them, we understand how they came to be to begin with. When we release those and take on this unlimited possibility perception, that's when we really get to experience true freedom, right? What does it mean to be free? Well, so much of us in the collective, we're going to be finding what that freedom really means, right? The people out there, right, that want to take freedom away. They want to take freedom away from you, right? There's always someone that is willing out there to control your reality. True freedom really is being very aligned with your true, authentic self, self-respect, self-compassion, self-care. Self-care is a really big one, guys, coming up in the Twin Flame community. Taking care of yourself, honoring yourself. This is not in a narcissistic way whatsoever. This is really caring about yourself, to make time, to make certain decisions. Just for example, if you know that you need boundaries in your life, if you know that you've been giving too much of yourself, if you know that you have been engaging in self-destructive types of patterns and behaviors, if you have let your health go, if you have been not standing in your truth, right, out of fear or feeling like you have not, you just don't have choice. You just don't have a choice. Like, I have to, think this way, because if I don't think this way, then so many people will not agree with me, and then I can't do this, I can't do that, and this is not possible, and that is not possible. These things have happened in other lifetimes where perhaps you were the heretic. There have been lifetimes where there's been authority, there's been groups, there's been people, there's been beings who have had power over you. And so there was fear on your part, and you gave that power away. You didn't speak your truth because that could possibly be fatal. It could possibly be fatal if you did. So true freedom is really having the courage to really examine the self, to truly know where your mind is blocking your doorways of possibility, And making that choice, being free to make that choice, and choice says to release those thoughts, those energies, those emotions connected that are not serving you. This is the time for the Ascension Collective, the Twin Flame Collective, to understand just how unlimited they are. We are. It's to understand that we are without lack, we are without limitation. This brings us true freedom. For some people, freedom is to have a lot of money, to have a lot of cars, to have a mansion, to have a lot of men or a lot of women, to be able to be very popular, to have zillions of followers. For some, that's feeling free, right? But the thing is it really true freedom? Does it really bring wholeness? Does it really bring happiness? Does it come down to those things? And the answer to that really is no. No, that the true freedom really resides within you, to be able to align in an unlimited way, in a lackless way, with your soul, with your authentic soul, and to align also with Source, Mother, Father, God, the divine. So it's really a matter of understanding our perception, right? You may out there think to yourself, just let's talk about the twin flame connection for a moment. How will this twin flame connection ever come to be in the physical? I don't see it happening. There are these reasons, X, Y, and Z, why I know that it probably won't work out. I don't think things are ever going to change. I don't think that my partner's ever going to change. I think there's things about me that I don't think are ever going to change. I just saw 1221 on my timer, so note that is a synchronicity, 1221, mirroring. There's also types of limiting thoughts, like I don't think that this connection really can possibly have freedom in a world like this. I don't think that twin flames, a divine connection, has a chance now that we're experiencing this worldwide pandemic and everything that's going on. It's those types of sabotaging thoughts that don't allow miracle consciousness to flow. Doesn't allow abundance to flow. For many twin flames, it's going to come down to making a lot of very uncomfortable changes. Now, I know for many of us who have been awakened on this journey for some time, certainly me, and it's difficult when you're the first beloved that's awakened, right? For most of the divine feminine, you know what I mean. We think to ourselves a lot of crazy thoughts sometimes. Like, this person's doing this, and this person's not aware, and this person's still engaging in this and that, and I'm meant to be, then it's back onto I'm meant to be alone, that things always end up this way, and believing this is stupid, and maybe I won't be able to succeed with doing my life purpose or my mission. Maybe I'm just not going to be secure if I quit my job and I start doing my healing business. Maybe I can't really trust in the angelic guidance and my spiritual team guidance. Maybe I'm wasting my time, and you know where I'm going with this. All of that type of limiting perception. It's about changing the narrative, guys. It's about changing that narrative. And it's not easy. It's not easy to do. And twin flames, those who are on the Ascension, who are twin flames, beloveds, are, we're in this healing and rapid growth, right? Especially right now. And sometimes it's very difficult when a huge decision's on the table, when you're being guided to do, say, something else that's more in alignment with your mission, or you're guided to make these changes, or release people out of your life because they're just not in alignment with you. When you are faced with these really courageous decisions, oh, I'm not sure if I can step forward and speak my truth to people, or speak my truth to my beloved, because this is just something that was never me, and I don't know how that is going to play out in terms of my life, what that's going to mean. You know, these things come up, and this is going to be a time when we're really going to dive deep. I said this in the previous video. Really dive deep and really ask ourselves, are we blocking with our mind what's possible? Are we allowing in that highest destiny? Are we allowing in those highest future timelines? Are we blocking ourselves still? Are we shutting down what's possible? Are we not making those choices that are really going to help us grow and evolve and really receive what we want? Are we not making those choices? Are we not taking those actions because we're limiting ourselves by fear-based thoughts and stories, right? And this is all normal stuff. This is all normal stuff that people struggle with, right? Sometimes the best decisions in our life is really just going with that inner guidance, that inner spark, that intuition. Sometimes those are the best decisions. They're the scariest decisions. They're going off of blind faith in so many ways. But those decisions are what really changes your life. That those decisions are what really brings in things that you really do desire deep down in your heart and soul. It's about us really finding the courage within ourselves and getting rid of those limiting thoughts and stories, and then proceeding and being brave enough to just take those steps, right? To just take those steps. So I really do believe that so many of us are going to come out so much stronger, okay? In the weeks ahead, we're going to be visiting this stuff, and we're going to probably, more than likely, experience a lot of those same thought patterns that have been plaguing us, right? But that's good. So as painful as it can be, although there'll be times of weakness, there'll be times of loneliness, there'll be times of just feeling unworthy, not valuable, feeling left out, not being able to get where you want. There'll be days where you'll struggle with that, and you'll purge with that. But know that as you are engaging in self-care, now here's where self-care, again, is so really, this is so emotional, guys. Self-care is so crucial, especially now, what's going on in the world. Self-care, okay? It doesn't have to be this incredible, I was going to say, it doesn't have to be like it's very difficult to do self-care, okay? It doesn't have to be difficult. It could be something simple. It could be something simple like just taking some time to do a couple of stretches, right? It doesn't even have to be a full yoga hour or anything like that, unless you want to do that. Yoga with Adrienne, shout out. It doesn't have to be anything that's complex. That's where I was going with that. But as long as it's a ritual that's meaningful to you, if it's as simple as having an herbal tea every day to relax and unwind and shut your phone off and not look at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and okay, and just really going within, maybe lighting a candle, maybe lighting more than a candle, maybe having a full altar, maybe having several. I have several. But, everyone's different. So it's really just examining what makes you feel good, what really makes you feel good, and Perhaps you've been denying yourself of that time to feel good. Maybe you've been denying yourself that time that you need to figure out things and go in deep with it and meditate with your team or pray on it, or just be with your thoughts, be with your emotions. Maybe you've been really, really over busy or really over occupied or really pushing yourself too hard, right? But when we bring it back to compassion for ourselves and respect for ourselves, when we bring it back to, okay, that relationship with myself matters, and my relationship with myself, that's where all relationships are based off of, the one that I have with myself. Okay, now you're starting to understand what true freedom is. Okay? That, that's true freedom. Listening to yourself, feeling your emotions, giving to yourself, however that may be. And understanding just how powerful you are, how you have an unlimited nature, how there is no lack with the divine, with source, and you don't need to be deserving of anything. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to be deserving of anything. True love, God's love, Goddess's love, prosperity, health. You don't need to be deserving. You don't need to, prove anything. This does not have to be proven, folks. Because you're already connected to all of that. So this is really just coming back to the one. And we have to understand what the Ascension journey is about, what twin flames are about. It's coming back to wholeness. It's coming back to the one. It's coming back to the temple within. It's understanding that all living things are connected to the one goddess, God, source, energy. And it's only the mind, the ego, that can limit you from all that beautiful, unlimited abundance. And possibility. Right? So what if you did make a certain decision and people don't expect it of you, right? Now it comes down to, well, do I please people? They're expecting of me, right? It's not easy, right? It takes courage to really follow the heart. It really takes courage to follow our intuition. It takes courage to be on this spiritual awakening path, be who you are in a world that doesn't really want you to be who you are, right? To put your light out there and put your service out there in a world that's hurting. What if you did make that decision or decisions and it was going against the grain? Are you brave enough to do that? Are you sabotaging yourself with that? A lot of the thinking, a lot of the perceptions, and this is not to blame the bloodlines at all, but so much of it is passed down. So much of the stories and negative stories and limited thinking, so much of this was taught to us. Right? Majority of it was taught to us. Ingrained, programs. So, we are doing so much healing for ourselves. We're doing so much healing that's going to it's going to be helping our bloodlines as well. It's not going to be carrying through the bloodlines, the things that we've been through in other lifetimes where we were not in our power, we were in separation consciousness. We're going to be not having that come with us. We are truly going to experience freedom. Freedom to be. Freedom to be whole. Freedom to be you. I don't care if that's odd. I don't care if it's weird. Both of those. I don't care if other people don't agree with it. It's about just courageously being who you are, being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable, feeling that power within you, and knowing that there is nothing that isn't possible for you, no matter what types of messages are sent your way. It's all about the thoughts, guys. It's all about those thoughts. So as we revisit these things, I really do get this sense that, wow, I really get this sense that twin flames are truly going to be progressing very, very quickly, very, very quickly, with being within union consciousness, and of course, bringing unity in all ways, all realms, all experience, right, into our physical reality. Those greater decisions that are coming up to be made that will help the twins to move along, those decisions will be coming up. Yes, there's free will, but I really do feel that the intuition and the love and the passion, the understanding of what's really true, what's real, and what you can't escape and don't want to anyway, that true feeling, that truth is going to speak so loudly that it's going to really help to make those decisions. Even if yourself or your beloved has been sitting on those decisions, whether it's the divorce, whether it's doing things in a different way, whether it's cleaning the space out of people who are toxic, whatever it may be, whether it's about really engaging in a mission, whether it's truly setting boundaries that need to be set, right? There's a lot of accountability that's going to be coming up. There's going to be a lot of responsibility for the self that will be coming up. And it's going to bring a lot of peace, a lot of ease. It's going to bring a higher vibration. It's going to allow for things to really develop, and that's really exciting. So my message is to really be patient and really ask yourself what it is that you need. Ask yourself if you are still having blocking stories, blocking beliefs that are coming up that are not aligned with your true power. Okay? It's really going to be about you finding that sovereignty within yourself. Really discovering that sovereignty, which is your birthright. And boy, let me tell you that once you are in your sovereignty, you will fly free bird. Okay? Free bird. It ain't about money. It ain't about popularity. It ain't about 1,000,001 followers. It ain't about anything that would be that surface level. Okay? It's not about needing to be validated by other people. It's going to be truly about feeling great to be you and making choices that are right for you no matter what, and you going to bat for yourself. And there's the mirror, guys, of twin flames. So when you have those twin flames that are doing that, I mean, hello union, hello possibilities. It's going to get really exciting and really beautiful, and there'll be absolutely no need for you to even worry one little bit. You'll just be flowing. You just be flowing with it all, and just completely in gratitude of what's happening in your world right now. Gratitude. So I hope this video has helped someone out there. I know it's been rough for some people, but I completely honor you guys, and thank you for seeing me as well. And if anyone is interested in having a personal reading with me where I can connect with your team, your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, masters that are with you, star races, star councils. I have a very strong connection with Archangel Michael. He comes through a lot in these readings. You can definitely reach me. TheParanormalPriestess.com is the website. I will leave all my contact information below. I'm also here for light language. So light language is really beautiful to help you to heal, to activate, to go deeper into your inner work. It's using sound healing. It's also using a lot of hand gestures and body movements as well. That's also a part of the transmission. So you can take a look at that on the website. As far as extractions go, I'm taking a break from Mercury Retrograde. And I have been guided to do that. It's just not a great time to remotely travel when Mercury's backwards. So stay patient with me with that. But I can offer prayers, I can offer personal rituals, materials, and tools if you are struggling with any types of lower attachment. Thank you so very much, and remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, everyone, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.